This tutorial is over Unit 3, Lesson 5. In this lesson we will cover variables. So in Canvas you will go to Lesson 5 Variables and then click on the page right below that lesson header of variables. Go to the Overview page. On this Overview page there are several learning goals. You're going to identify a variable as a way to label and reference a value in a program, how you can use variables in a program to store a piece of information that is used multiple times, and how you can fix common errors encountered when programming with variables. So you have an assignment, and you also need to read through all the contents and materials and activities in this lesson. You would click Next to go to the next page. So a variable in this lesson, you would read through this page and realize that it's a piece of information that is saved in your line of code. So you click Next and watch the video on Intro to Variables Part 1, where they will describe what are your variables used for, how do you create a variable and assign its value, and what can go into a variable. So watch the video. After you watch it, click Next. And then here are some coding variables, different types of assigning a value, initializing, and etc. Read through this page. And then you have another lesson page that talks about naming variables, and there's rules that you have to follow. So here are the specific rules. And then they talk about using meaningful labels. What should you name it? They talk about camel case and using underscores and consistency. So read through this page about how to name variables. Then you have your assignment. So just like in the other two lessons, you're going to open the assignment by clicking on it and then making a copy. This is the same worksheet assignment format that we've been using for the last several lessons, and it's the same format you will continue to use. So read the purpose, the directions, and this is on Lesson 5, Variables. So as you can see, you have to do Level 4, Level 5, Level 6, Level 7, and Level 8, and then paste in the share links next to those levels when you have completed them. So here we are in Codeorg, Lesson 5, Variables. At Level 1 is just a prediction level. Your first assignment, though, says go to Level 4. So if we click on 2 is the video that we watched in Canvas, but you can watch it here again on the Introduction to Variables Part 1. And then when you go to Level 3, this again is a predict that you would just go through that prediction. Again, you don't have to do this. You would go to Level 4, which is your first assignment. So this one is called Debugging Naming Variables. You read through the directions here, and obviously, like I've taught you before, you need to click Run. And as you can see here, when people program, this is in text. It's not in the block coding. And you see the red squares to the left here, and as you mouse over each one, it'll tell you what's missing. So in this one, it has multiple errors caused by bad variable labels. Just up here as it says that. So you need to go through the naming conventions of how you name variables and fix those. So you can click the help and tips up here, and you can also read right here where it says labels can't have spaces. They can't start with a number. Capitalization and spelling must be exactly the same. So it says do this. Find the rule of each variable. Correct the errors by picking new names that follow the rules. So all you're doing here is you've got to match and make sure that these rules are the same. So just for example, when there's a thing that says here, labels can't have spaces. Well, look at this name, size of a circle. It has spaces. Here's another one. Size of the circle, there's spaces. size of the circle, it has spaces. So you need to go back and look at the naming rules. And you can find that in Canvas, the page in Canvas, or it has it right here. Labels can't have spaces, labels can't start with a number, and capitalization must be the same. Okay, so you can go to Helps and Tips, and here's the page on naming variables that you can go look at. Once you're done with this assignment and it works properly, then again, you would just click the button for share, and you would copy the link, and you would paste it over to your assignment. Okay, so I'm not going to keep repeating how to do this because it takes up a lot of time. So you guys already know how to copy and paste by clicking that share button and then making sure that you click enter after you paste it in so it hyperlinks it and changes it to the blue color with the hyperlink. Then you would go to number 5 after you finish that one and get it working. This one is about petal size. So this program uses one variable, petal size, but it uses it 8 different times. So we're going to run this. It says change the number, do this, change the number to the assigned petal size so the red petals touch each other. Right now they're not touching each other. Try to find the size that makes most sense. Compare your answer with someone else. So you have a variable here called petal, and that variable is used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 times here. So all you have to do is change the variable number up here so that these petal sizes get big enough so that they touch. Okay, so once you've figured that one out, I'm not going to show you how to do it. Once you figure it out, again, click share, get your link, and then go paste it into the assignment. Let's go to number 6. So the petals should be touching on the last one. This one, let's go look at the assignment here. It says choose 2 on the practice. So that means they're 5 points each. So you can choose 2 of these to do. It's up to you. If you check one out and you go, I'm going to go look at the one that's a bear, and you run it, okay, you would run that and you would look at unused variables. If you decide like I don't want to do that one, then just click 6 again and choose another one and do that one, but you must do 2. So you'll get those 2 share links and you're going to paste them in over here under practice level 6. Then you will go to 7, which is the assessment. And this one, this program draws a face. This is using variables, but the eyes have 2 different sizes. So when I click run, you can see the eyes every time I reset it and run it. The eyes have 2 different sizes. It says change the program to use the variable for the size of both eyes and run the code to make sure both eyes are drawn at the same time. Do this, run the program like I was just showing you. Change the program to use the eye size variable, which is right here, and run the program with different values of eye size and choose your favorite size. So you got to look here into the code underneath eyes. There's something wrong. This is one eye, and here's the other eye. So this eye is the left eye, and this ellipse is the right eye. There's something you have to change here so that they are the same size and that they use the variable. Once you figure that out, click the share button and then copy that link into your assignment page. Then you would go to challenge 8. And in challenge 8, you get to choose 1 for 10 points. So you can do the robot, you can do the ellipses that go diagonal, or you can do the string variables. You will not do free play though. There is no free play. Okay? So you have to choose A, B, or C. And when you click that challenge, it'll start you out with something. And I think this one is, yeah, you're going to start out with that, and then you will finish drawing that robot. If you don't want to do the robot, click challenge again and say, well, I'm going to do the diagonal one. So here's how the diagonal would work. Okay, so choose one of those, A, B, or C, and then click the share button, and then you're going to paste it in here, just like you've been doing. At that point, you would go back to your assignment in Canvas, you would click the Start Assignment, and you can choose either the text entry or the website URL to paste in the Share button code for that Google Doc. Let me demonstrate that for you again. So let's just pretend everything is filled in here. You got all your links. All you need to do is click the Share button to the upper right in your Google Doc, and click down here, change restricted to click anyone with a link. Copy that link, make sure it says Viewer, and click Done. And then that's the link you can put in the text entry. You can paste it in right there, hit Enter so it goes blue, or you can go to the website URL, same thing, copy it there, and click Submit Assignment, and you're done.